call it the overflow. Yeah, that's fine, sweetheart. As the overflow. And so thank you. Welcome. I see Brother Franklin is here. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Reverend Lawson is here. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Welcome, everybody. This is the overflow. I don't take much time on the overflow. Thank God for the Instagram audience. Thank you for supporting me. Please hit that join button, hit that notification button, and do this as well as you do on Facebook. We just got out of a very powerful teaching dealing with child care development and the importance of being developed under the understanding of who you are in God. This is very important. And so a lot of people are having problems even in their adulthood because they were undeveloped in their childhood. And so we have to be able to repent and then recover. We have to be able to repent and then recover. And so good morning, everybody. Welcome. I believe you can hit the share button on this or share this on your page. However this work on Instagram. This is new to me. Good to see you, D. Thank you for all that you did last night and those who came out. God bless you. God bless you. But I want to talk about for a minute the importance of understanding how it is important. Really, destiny is waiting on you to be developed. Destiny is waiting for you to be developed. You got to be developed in who you're called to be. There are people who are tied to you, but if you never become you, how can they get blessings from you when you never become you? This is the year, and I tell you, and we don't want to keep saying this every year. You got to know who you are in God and walk in it. It's tied to something. God has given you something. God has blessed you with something. Even if you have children, you got to ask God, did I finish my assignment as a parent? Did I really impart to my children? Did I teach them something that causes them to always be successful and to grow? Did I create an environment that became a hindrance to their destiny and not a help to their destiny? And so you want to look at that. For I want to speak to the people in this hour right now. Regardless of what you've been through, make up in your mind that I'm going to get what belongs to me. And if I didn't get developed, if my love didn't get developed, then I don't know how to love my children as I should. I don't know how to love my husband as I should. I don't love my wife as I should, because there was some of my developments were under arrest. The devil comes to name us many times, and he names us and then he tries to claim us. He'll name you and then claim you so that you can never be developed. You got to remove that name. That's why many times in the Bible, God would change your name, because Jacob was acting like a trickster when really his name should have been called Israel. There were 12 sons inside of him, 12 pillars of truth. But because he couldn't get to his name, you got to get to your name. And so what I'm telling you is that even when you didn't get what you should have gotten as a child, God will place a Joseph in your life. Joseph was not Jesus' natural father. It was not even his spiritual father. He didn't have a natural father, but he was his stepfather in a sense, and not stepfather in a negative. Let's understand that the word step is a positive word. We made it negative. It means a man who stepped in as your father to be your father because your father wasn't there. That's a positive thing. And so a stepfather is not saying second. A stepfather is saying, I'm the first person that took the step in your life. I stepped in. And so, but many times God will send people. He'll send a Joseph. Why? Because your destiny is important. Jesus, just because your natural father cannot be proven, doesn't mean you don't need somebody to take you to the temple. We got to be able to walk this. Did you really introduce your children to higher learning in the spirit, or did you introduce them to carnality? Did you introduce them to laziness? Did you introduce them to systems that they are depending on now? And so they never water their own seed. They don't believe in the gift that God gave them. They don't believe in advancing because they don't know who they are. You got to begin to say, I need to know who I am. So whenever I am in a wilderness of temptation and the devil tries to trick me through the lack of my identity, I can say I'm a son. I don't have to bow down to prostitution. I don't have to bow down to drugs. I don't have to bow down to depression. I don't have to bow down to insecurity, because I know who I am, because my childhood has been developed. I am now a son of God, and I can be led. I can be spoken to. I can grow because I understand who I am. I want to pray, and I'm going to say this prayer and be done, for everyone who has never been developed by a real father. You've never been loved by the man who did not want your body, but wanted to help you with your soul. You've never had a real connection with what joy and peace look like. You have become a slave and don't know how to be a son. I'm praying for you today that your childhood training, your childhood develop so that the people that God has entrusted you to be a blessing to, you're mature enough to release it. You're mature enough to share it. You're mature enough to tell it. Ooh, God. So this is so important because I got to walk in my identity. I can't keep walking lost because somebody named me, and if everything they named me wrestles against my destiny. The real reason why Jacob wrestled with God, because Jacob was wrestling with Jacob. He was really wrestling with himself. Who am I that I have to steal to be blessed? I got to con my daddy to get something that belongs to me. Who am I? And many times we feel like an Ishmael when we were born to be an Isaac. We got to get developed. We got to be developed. And I declare today that you shall be developed. That God will release a Joseph in your life. You shall not be called Benjamin, but you shall be called Benjamin. We will not let you be named by the sorrow of your mother. I'll stop here. Many of you are believing something about yourself that doesn't belong to you. Let go of your mama's fear. Let go of your mama's drama. Your heart has never been broken like that. So why are you acting like you've always had a broken heart? It's not true to your experience. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. That's not your false identity. That's somebody else's. Let it go. Let it go. You are wonderful. I'll say this. If you are struggling with your identity now, you need to get 33 confessions. I am wonderful. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am complete. You got to begin to prophesy to yourself. Before you ever release another word to anyone else, release a word to yourself. Sometimes you got to speak to yourself and bring yourself to a level of maturity. Sometimes the first level of maturity is coming to yourself and telling yourself the truth about what you will no longer be. I remember making a vow to myself that there is things that Robert James Duvall Jenkins did, that I will never return to that person again. I give myself a funeral to die to things that do not represent my destiny. Have you taught your child that? That's right. The meet me in the hallway echoes wealth and wisdom and understanding. Thank you. I love you. God bless you. If you need to hear more, meet us every day. Facebook, YouTube, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Meet us there. If you need to know more about this teaching, go on YouTube, go on my wife page, my page, Robert Jenkins, Cassandra Jenkins, and watch the tape. I guarantee you it will find you somewhere. It will find you somewhere, and you'll begin to walk in maturity. You don't have to remain a child when God is looking for a son. Your inheritance has everything to do with your level of maturity. One of the reasons why the devil fights you in maturing is because he knows some things can't be released until you reach a certain age in the spirit. I love you. God bless you. Walk in God's favor.